Hi, my name is Brian. I'm 29 years old and my pronouns are he and him. Growing up, it's a bit different for me because I immigrated here when I was 16. So the first half of my life is considerably different than what it is now. So growing up, I was watching a lot of like Asian mainstream media, which I find is like more lacking than the Western actually, because where I grew up in the Philippines, everything has to be westernized for it to be modern, to be more elevated, to be fancier. Like I feel like they view Western culture as superior, which I didn't realize it was a thing until I moved to Canada. There was a lot lacking from representation wise, even where I grew up, which is like a like Asian country. So growing up, I didn't have anyone that looks like me, even though it's weird. I don't know how to explain it because you have Filipino actors and actresses, but they don't look like you. They don't look like your typical Filipino. Most of them are either like half this, half Filipino, half this, half Filipino, but they predominantly look a different race than Filipino. So I just assume that that's what I'm supposed to look like or I'm supposed to look up to. I feel like everyone growing up had some sort of struggle. To a certain degree, I grew up not knowing or not fully understanding or accepting of who I am. Being LGBT, being a gay person, I didn't have any gay icons in the mainstream media to look that looks like me to be like, hey, I want to be like you. Maybe I'll be successful like that person too. I feel like nowadays there's some diversity to a certain degree and some inclusivity, but there's still a lot that we have to work on. Like diversity factor, there's so much more than just like people's races. There's also people's sexual preference. There's also people's sizes. Having that normalized, seeing like BIPOC who is also LGBT, who's also like not the same size like everyone else, seeing that represented, not just represented, more like highlighted, more like showcased, more celebrated, to have diversity not just as a token black person or a token gay person, being Asian and being gay, like maybe I'll be the nerdy, weird one or the one that gets bullied. Like those are the only representation you get. So to a certain degree, kind of makes you like think like, is that all I'm gonna be? But also, if you look at it the other way, it's a good challenge. You could be like, you know what? I could be more than that. Maybe I could be that person that could break through and be like, I'm not just like a typical like artsy, nerdy, gay, like not gonna let you walk all over me type of person, because I'm not. I'm very unapologetic. Now that I know who I am and I fully accepted who I am, I kind of tell people, you take it or you leave it. There's no like me toning down my Asianness, my gayness, so people are more comfortable. So it's so cliche, but you gotta look into yourself, know that you're not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be some things that are gonna be said about you that you're not gonna like, that are gonna make you question your worth. As long as you look at yourself and realize that you are more than what you're capable of, what you look like, what you can offer to anyone, and your values and beliefs, you are more than that. So as long as you realize that, I think you can grow into a much bigger person who is more loving and more forgiving to yourself more than anything else. I'm doing this not just for me, but for the people, for my children, for my grandchildren. I don't want them to do this work that I'm doing right now, and just want them to like enjoy life. That's just it. Like people say you should appreciate what you have. You could be born in the worst place, but technically I was, but like having that privilege to have something to say and be heard. I think it's my responsibility for the next generation to just ask or do more work. Yeah, that's it.